everybody! My name is Mr. Francy and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Recently, I was challenged by one of my Discorders to do a challenge, and that challenge is called the Do I Have That Book Challenge. So guess what? Today we're going to be doing the Do I Have That Book Challenge, so let's get right to it! So before I get underway with this Do I Have That Book Challenge, a couple of announcements to make. First of all, I do have a reading sprint coming up at the end of this week. I don't know right now what time it will be, but stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will keep you updated as we go along with my videos throughout the week. But this week, that reading sprint is going to take place on my channel. So if you are subscribed and if you have hit that notification bell, you will be notified when I do go live. I'll be doing that with Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads, my co-host. It is going to be a later sprint. It is an after party. And when I say party, I mean party, because we have a whole lot of fun over on our reading sprint. So please do come along and join us if you are available. For the last 2 weeks, we have been doing it at 9 p.m. American Eastern Standard Time. So looking forward to having you there. Now, Lee and Stormy are also doing a reading sprint. So if you haven't subscribed to them, please do so. They alternate like Jessica and I do. Lee's channel is Dark Roots Creations. Stormy's is Storm Reads. And Tiffany and the lovely ladies from Killing Time with Cozies also do reading sprints. They do theirs on Tiffany's channel, The Beach Bum Bookworm. So if you have not subscribed to her or hit the notification bell with her either, please do so. I hope you guys are having an amazing end to the month of March. Can you believe we are so close to the end of the month? I certainly cannot. Coming up on my channel, we'll be doing my TBR. I'll be doing my monthly wraps. Somehow I'm going to fit celebrating booktubers in at some point. I pretty much have it ready to go. We'll see how we go. But you guys were challenging me to do this, and I thought, you know what? Challenge accepted. Let's do this. The only thing I want you to be mindful of is that there are 20 prompts to this challenge. Because there are 20, I'm not going to be putting the prompts up on the screen. I'm just going to be reading it because 20 is quite a lot to get through. So I'm just going to look down on my sheet where I have the questions, read them, and then I'll give you the answer. Alright, let's do this. This is the Do I Have That Book Challenge. Prompt/question number 1. Do you have a book with deckled edges? Yes, I do. And my answer is the US edition of My Dark Vanessa, which I definitely prefer. The UK one's a bit I love this cover. It definitely reflects the darkness within. The side is deckled. I hope I held that close enough for you to see. It is deckled. I'm not a fan of deckled pages, but if I need to have deckled pages to have a cover as amazing as this, I'll take the deckled edges. Question number 2. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Yes, I do. I'm going to go with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. 1, 2, 3. 3 people on the cover. Question number 3. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? I do, somehow. This has been on my unhaul bookshelf since, oh my gosh, since January. One day I'll unhaul them, but I guess the gods were on my side because they knew I'd need to have it for this question. My answer is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is a YA sci-fi retelling of the famous Cinderella. Question number 4. Do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? I do. Fieldsgate by Aaron Lynch. It's really hard to see the title, but yes, Fieldsgate. The letters add up to 10 letters. Question number 5. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Yes, I do. Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. Starts with the letter T and ends with the letter T. Question number 6, do you have a mass market paperback book? I do. The majority of my cozies are mass market paperbacks, which makes them a lot smaller. And so my answer will be A Salted Caramel, or if you're American, Caramel, by Amanda Flower. This is a mass market paperback. Question number 7. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? I do. This is very common when it comes to cozy mysteries, and one of my favourite authors who uses a pen name with this book would be Julie Ann Lindsay. 12 Slaves of Christmas at the bottom says that it's by Jacqueline Frost. So Jacqueline Frost is a pen name of Julie Ann Lindsay. Question number 8. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? I do. Winnie the Pooh by A. Milne. Question number 9. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Yes, I do. The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is the hardcover US edition. On the inside, we have a map there, and which is of Roshar. And then on the back, we have a map there, which is the map of Shadesmar. Sorry, Shadesmar. So there you go. 2 maps in one book. My answer is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Question number 10. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? I do. Goosebumps. The entire series was turned into a TV series, so that is my answer. Question number 11. Do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else, i.e. celebrity, athlete, politician, TV personality, etc.? Yes, I do. This is a book I have not read yet, but a book that I do own. A Tale of Magic by Chris Colfer. Chris Colfer is an actor. He is very well known for being in every single episode of the hit TV series Glee. After he finished Glee, he wrote a book. So I can't wait to read it. For this next question, I am going to need to put the book up on the screen. This is a book that I have read, but I read it as an audiobook. I don't have the physical book. The reason I don't is because it is incredibly expensive. Otherwise, I would have purchased it by now. So the question is, question 12, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? And my answer for this is this book, Timepiece by Richard Paul Evans. This is the second book in the Christmas box series. I do have the Christmas box on me, but this one just cost way too much to order it. But I have read it, and it revolves around clocks and watches and things like that. So there you go. Question number 13 is, do you have a poetry book? My answer to this is no. This is the first one that I'm failing at so far. And that's because I don't like poetry. I'm just not a fan of it, so why would I have poetry books? It's just not something that I'm interested in. Question number 14, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? I do. I just need to find it. So I have quite a few, but I just went for the first one that I came across. So that is this book, A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. The award stamp is right there. It says over 1 million copies sold. Question number 15. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? No. I do not. I actually did a whole bunch of research to see if there are even authors out there who have the same initials as me. Turns out, after a very extensive amount of researching, I found 3 authors that have the same initials as me. All of them are Asian authors that I have not come across yet. So I actually, I hadn't known of anyone who has the same initials as me. My initials, if you don't know, are FT. So hadn't come across that. I have an ST, which is Stuart Turton, The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, but unfortunately my first name starts with an F and not an S. Question number 16. Do you have a book of short stories? My initial answer to this was no, but then I thought about it and went, hang on, yes I do. I just don't consider it as a book of short stories because while I purchased this book, I actually ended up owning all of the short stories in this book in their full format, so I don't really think about it that much. But it is the gem. That is Arcanum Unbounded by Brandon Sanderson. This is a bind-up of short stories written by Brandon Sanderson. I have most of them there. or up here. So, yeah. But this answers that prompt. Question number 17. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? I do, but it was incredibly hard to find. That is a 10-page margin. Are you kidding me? But I found one that just sneaks in there to the maximum number. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which is book 1 in the Shadowhunters series, or well, it says Immortal Instruments, I think, but the Mortal Instruments. I call it the Shadowhunters series because that's what they are. They're Shadowhunters. Anyway, this book is 510 pages right on the nose. So, it counts. There we go. Question number 18. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, I do. Funny enough, I watched the movie first. But that book is The Devil Wears Prada, which is originally by Lauren Weisberger. This book was turned into an incredibly popular movie starring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci. I could go on. It's an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Question number 19. Do you have a graphic novel? I have 3, but and they're all part of the same series. This is the only set of graphic novels that I own because I'm not really a fan of graphic novels, and if the author that is attached to this series was not attached to the series, then I would not even own these. These cost me a lot of money. But I needed them because of the author. So my answer is The White Sand series by Brandon Sanderson. Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. And to make my point, because this might look like it's just a picture book, no, it is actually a graphic novel. So there you go. Beautiful books. Cost a mint to buy. Was it worth it? The series is a good series, so yes. But certainly something to consider. I only wanted these because I'm collecting all of Brandon Sanderson's works. Otherwise, I would not have purchased them because it costs a lot of money. But I do have an answer for the prompt. And the final prompt is question number 20. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I do. I have a number of books that are written that are, co-authored. But the one I'm going to choose is one of my most recent reads, which was this book, What If It's Us? Both by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So, written both by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So that does cover that prompt. So there we go. Not too bad when I think about it. When I look through this list, I think I have 2 no's. And that's it. So out of 20, I think I did pretty well with this challenge. What would your answers be to this question? Let me know in the comments below. And if there are any other challenges that you've seen out there that you're thinking, I'd like to challenge Mr. Francy to this one, please do. I'd love to take on your challenge. Thank you to the anonymous subscriber on my Discord who did suggest this to me. I don't know who you are. You suggested this anonymously. I appreciate that, but thank you all the same. I love being challenged, so if you guys have more challenges, just let me know. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you guys go with peace, blessings, and so much love. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah! Thank you so much for watching. Be kind, love one another, and spread that sparkling energy all throughout the universe. And until next time, happy reading!